here's what you do. Just pull your dick out, spit on her hand, and put it on there. So I was like, fuck yeah. So I took her hand, I licked it, and I put it right on there. Hold on to that for a while. And I put it on there, and she just jerked me off. Welcome to This Is Not Happening presents One Crazy Night. So this is what we do. We're a bunch of comedians tell stories about a similar subject. So this is just one crazy night.
Please put your hands together for your host, Ari Shaffir.
When I started going on the road, I started opening for this guy named Joe Rogan who does the UFC commentary. We were out once. It was so fun. I'm used to shows that were like, 25 people. And we went out, I remember in West Palm Beach, Florida, to this amazing shows. They were great every night. And on Saturday night, I don't know if you guys have ever been to West Palm Beach. That's where white trash was invented. Not a fun place, but at the end of the night, on Saturday night, he goes, hey, let's go out and celebrate. Let's go to a strip club. And I was like, well, I don't have any money, so, if you want to pay for that, that's totally fine, but that's the only way I'm going. So he's like, yeah, I'll pay for it. So we all went to this strip club called Cheetahs. Here's the deal. Horrible club. Fat girls working the pole, like left and right. Like there was a pregnant lady stripping. Like legit, not even like a little pregnant, like 8, 9, 10 months pregnant. Where arms and legs were coming out. So we're at this strip club. It's pretty horrible, and it's just gross. It's just full of white trashy grossness. And my friend and I see somebody in the middle of like the showroom, like right where you guys are sitting. We just saw a girl, one of the strippers, sitting next to a guy at a table, and her arm was going like this the whole time. And we're like, what's going on there? And we kept looking until we realized, like, oh, that girl's giving that guy a hand job right there at the table. Just right there. So we all just turned and just stared at it. Literally not gonna look at a hand job that's happening right in front of us? There's no way. It was awesome to look at until the guy like looked up and locks eyes with us. And we're like, oh, that's fucking weird. Sorry about that. That's a very personal moment. I shouldn't be staring at you in the eye. But we still really wanted to look. And then we figured out, like, oh, this place is just full of mirrors. We could just look at the mirror and then back at the guy. We're like, yeah, you get your degenerate on. It was just fucking great. It was a little grainier, but, like, it did the trick. Anyway, the girl finishes. She gets up. She starts to walk away. And hold your ooze till later, please. And my friend, Tate Fletcher, that I'm with, he goes, I'm going to the bathroom real quick. And I go, you just went to the bathroom like 2 minutes ago. And he goes, yeah, No, I don't know. What does that mean? And he goes, I'm going to get a hand job from that girl. I was like, do whatever you want, bro. It's your decision. I'm not going to judge you. So Tate goes off with this girl. We found out later it was her first day or her first week, and nobody told her she didn't have to give out hand jobs. So one dude convinced her, yeah, when does the hand job start? I guess that just happened. So Tate went off. It was like a hazing process. You know how sororities are. And Tate goes off with her, comes back about, 2-3 minutes later, and he goes, all right, you're up. I'm like, no, I'm not up. What are you talking about? Absolutely not. And he goes, dude, I already gave her $20. Now, here's what you should know about Jews. It is very difficult for us to just let any money go to waste. If there's $20, if there's ever been a kryptonite for our people, that's what it is, letting $20 go to some stripper. Like, there's no way without earning it. So I'm like, all right, well, fine, I'll do it. So, like, what do you have to do? Because I've never done this before. I've never done anything like this before. It was so foreign to me. I'm like, so how do you make it happen? Do you just go to, like, one hand job, please? Like, how do you... do I take a number? Like, what's the process? And so he goes, dude, just take her like away to one of the private rooms or something, and I already gave her the $20 for you. Just, here's what you do. Just pull your dick out, spit on her hand, and put it on there. And then she'll do that. If, you mean, awesome. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But I've never done it, so I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. So we're like, all right, let's go. So we went to this private room, semi-private. It's like, you have like a little half wall, like a urinal wall next to you and another guy. So this girl she's like, I sit down and she starts like, lap dancing me. And then I'm like, oh, I'm so worried about actually pulling my dick out. Because if she's not into it, like if Tate was lying to me, it's a really bad move. You know what I mean? There's no halfway on a dick pull out. That's like, you did it. You did that. So she's on top of me dancing, and I'm so fucking worried. I'm like, all right, I gotta go for it. So I pulled my dick out. I unzipped and pulled it. She didn't freak out at all. So I was like, fuck yeah. So I took her hand, I licked it, and I put it right on there. Hold on to that for a while. Hold on to it. And I put it on there, and she just jerked me off. It was like it wasn't even like all the way out of my pants. It was like just to the edge. She just jerked me off. It was right at the end of the song too. Because like the song started like, winding down, and she was like, you want another dance? But I knew that was going to be another $20, and I was so close, and I just like pushed into her, and I was like, no, we're good now, we're good. Like I came right as she was like, should you want? I'm like, and I was like, I'm cool. So then she went her way. I went to my friends, and they saw. They're like, did you get the hand job? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, we could tell because of the fucking wet spot in your pants. Just a big wet spot. Wet spot of shame, just right there. And we looked around. It's like, oh, there's wet spots all over this place. It was like a bunch of people with wet spots. It was like, oh, you met that girl too? Oh, cool. It was almost like an I gave blood sticker. But it's like I gave cum. It's just letting everybody know that this happened. Anyway, we left the place. It was done. Let's go out. We went and got burritos at some shitty place. And my friends asked me, like, what happened? How did it go? And I told them. And this is just, you ever get a realization that happens to you and you realize what the truth is and you just overcome with shame or whatever it is? I was telling them, like, what'd you do? I'm like, I pulled my dick out. I licked her hand. I put it on there. And my friend said, Tate, at Tate Fletcher on Twitter, he said, no. I didn't say lick her hand. I said spit on it. I was very clear. And I was like, well, I'm not an asshole. I'm not just going to spit. It's right there. It's some sort of big... And then he's like, dude, what did she do right before she did that for you? And I'm like, oh, fuck. She just jerked off at least 2 guys that we saw. We were only there for like 12 minutes. She never once like made an attempt to go to the bathroom to wash her hands off. It wasn't like, I got fucking another hand job to give? All right, let me just, she never tried. Like maybe she was using cum as a cleanser for her hands to clean off some Chinese food she had earlier. Yeah, I pretty much gave my friend a blowjob. That's pretty much what happened. Not even the fun part of the blowjob where you get to give joy to someone, just the horrible part where you get cum in your mouth. That's it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, click like down there so that more people know that you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe so that you'll get the next story as soon as it comes out.